What's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make the Hello Neighbor house. This is the first incarnation of the house, and if you guys enjoy this one, I might be willing to make some of the crazier versions of this house as well. So you'll have to let me know whether or not you would like to see that, and the best way to do that is to leave a like on this video if you do actually enjoy the video, and not only that, leave me a nice little comment down below letting me know whether you want to see more versions of this house. It can definitely start getting a little bit crazy though, so we'll have to see how much you guys want it. If you make it all the way to the end, please do remember to share the video with a friend, and without any further ado, let's get started. Now, before we actually begin building here are all of the materials that we are going to be using for this build. We're going to be starting off with the ones in the hotbar. We will also need the ones in the inventory as well. Pause the video if you have to, make sure that you have absolutely every single one of those, and once you do have absolutely everything that you can see on screen right now, we can begin. So, I'm going to start off the build by placing a row of 6 oak wood planks in a row on the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Extend the 6th block towards you and go right of it by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Move inwards by 1 and then move to the right by 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We then want to extend backwards from this 11th block by 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We then want to come across the back of the build to the right by 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Move inwards by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then right also by 5 as well. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you should be able to simply connect all the way back to where you very first started. And on the ground, this is the shape that we are looking for. Now, once you have managed to procure this shape, I think it's time for us to start adding details. So, I'm going to start with the entrance. The entrance is nice and easy to find. On the front of the house, you have a row of 5 oak wood that stick out. On top of the middle one, place an oak door. Left of the oak door, place light blue concrete equaling the height of the door, and do the same on the right. Extend those each upward by 1, and connect them together in the middle using white stained glass. Left and right of the rows of light blue concrete, I want you to place 10 rows of white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can even extend across the right by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then equal the height of that row by extending down or up to create this shape. Kind of reminds me of Titan Tower. Starting from the top middle of this row, I want you to place a light blue concrete underneath, followed by a glass. You can then completely fill the remaining area in using some light blue concrete, like that. To put a top on this, I want you to place a row of 3 light blue concrete on top of the middle of the white row at the top, extending the center light blue upwards by 1. To give context to this part of the build, this is the entrance, however I want to add a little bit of a roof. Place sideways stone brick stairs coming upwards, up the side, with a stone brick at the top, with stone brick stairs coming down the side like this. I also want those stone brick stairs to extend out in front of the build just by 1 row, like this. And we're going to add upside down stone brick stairs underneath these, with a stone brick in the center and it would be preferable to actually have a stone brick right at the top as well, like on where the roof ends. It's only this part in particular, the end block, that is a solid stone brick, so I did make a slight error by placing a solid one there, although it really doesn't matter too much. So that's what we want to have so far with the build. That's the front area. But what we also want to do is just left of this area there is a window. All you have to do on the front left corner of the build right here is place a row of 5 light blue concrete coming up from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Extend across the side and connect down behind the entrance. I want you to add a row of light blue at the bottom, coming up the right side. Add a row of light blue concrete at the top, exposing just this 2x3 block gap, and fill this in using glass. That's all you've got to do. On the right side, things are a tad trickier. I want you to begin on the front right corner of the build, and I want you to place a row of 5 light blue concrete moving left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I then want you to go upwards by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Continue going upwards by 4 using white concrete. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want you to use a row of light blue concrete to connect to the back of the entrance. So in essence, we have created this shape, and this shape is rather important. I want you to place light blue concrete underneath the top part of this. I want you to also place a row of light blue concrete coming top to bottom on the right. Place a white stained glass in the top right corner, leave a gap of 1, place another glass. Extend each glass down, fill in between them using light blue concrete, like this, and then add a row of light blue concrete horizontally at the bottom. On the left going right, I want you to place a light blue concrete, glass, light blue concrete, glass, light blue concrete. Extend the glasses each up by 1, and then place light blue concrete in between all of them. So you'll end up with this very particular shape right here. So the next thing we want to do is a tad bit tricky, but here it is. We want to place a row of stone brick stairs underneath the top set of windows. Just like that. And what else do we want to do? Well, kind of awkwardly here, we also want to have a row of stone brick stairs underneath that row in particular, like this. So it wants to be sticking out by 1 row, just like that. And what's more is we also want to take this stone brick here, specifically this one, it cannot be any other, and we want to place a row of 2 quartz slabs coming outwards. 1, 2. Extend all the way left and level it up with the stone brick stair. I then want you to place a quartz slab in between every other block, just like this. Then I'm going to get rid of the quartz slabs. I don't actually think we need them anymore. And I want you to take this block specifically here. So this is where the quartz slab starts, but we want to be here at the bottom of the house. It lines up vertically. I want you to place a row of 4 oak plank coming outwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Extend across left and connect to the entrance. Then we're going to fill the center of this in using oak planks. Like that. I want you to take the width of the entrance, meaning from this white to this white concrete, and I want you to place oak slabs coming outwards as if it's stepping up. I also want you to place oak fence on top of this corner here. I want you to place 3 of them. 1, a 2, a 3. And I also want you to place 1 here, which corresponds to the walk and to the edge of the entrance. So 1, 2, 3. Proceed to place oak fence all the way around the right side of the platform, connecting the right corner upwards like this to create a porchway. So, here's the thing. I then want you to place stone brick slabs on top of the oak fence and connect them together. Extend them one row outwards in front of the house. Add an additional row on top of the middle. I then want you to follow this pattern. It's quite easy. You extend these stone bricks back up until they, until they can't go any higher pretty much. And we want to do this all the way across. So like here, here. We even want to extend the sides down like this. If you like, you can go as far as filling in that middle bit, although that is a little bit nitpicky, ladies and gentlemen. So, next, what do I want you to do? It's very, very simple. I now want you to work your way to the right of the building, where we have this light blue concrete here. I want you to add 4 additional light blue concretes on top. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can connect left like this. Leaves us a little window area, which is funny because that's exactly what we're going to be placing in there. You want to add light blue concrete underneath the top of the window with white glass in the empty space. We're going to extend the stone brick stairs to the right. They are going to supersede the build by 1 row, which means that they stick outwards by 1 row, like that. I want you to take the top light blue concrete here, the one that we actually just placed very earlier, very soonish. You guys get what I'm trying to say. I'm losing my words. Well, from this light blue concrete that we placed very recently, that's much better, we need to place 8 diagonal light blue concretes coming up and towards the top of the build. So I would repeat this pattern right here. It's very simple. You go right, 1, and you count that. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Easy as that. And we want the same thing coming down, okay? So we want 8 of this, right? We'll go right, down. 8 of that. Right, down, 2. Right, down, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Extend down, and it will connect perfectly to the back of the house, just like this. And we are going to place some light blue concrete completely in the side here. And we just want to completely fill it in. This is one of the more dull sides of the build. However, we are slowly piecing this build together, and it's really cool. We've got a lot of details to add on the 2 additional sides. We've pretty much completed the front minus the roofs. We've completed this side minus the roof. And the back is very fun to do. Okay, so what we're going to be doing here. So, I want to come to the back of the build. So, the back of the build is ever so slightly tricky, and we're going to focus on the lower part first of all. So, to begin, I want you to take this block, this light blue concrete block right here, and I want you to go right of it. Actually, I want you to come to the lower part, and I want you to go right of this. It will be easier. Place 3 light blue concrete. 1, 2, 3. Place 2 rows of white glass on top of that concrete. 1, 2. Then place 2 rows of light blue concrete on top. 1, 2. I then want you to place on top of this left blue concrete here a row of 3 light blue concrete. 1, 2, 3. And then go right of this by 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go down by 3. 1, 2, 3. You can then go right and connect down to the lower part of the frame. You'll end up with what I would call a boot shape. Kind of like that. Kind of looks like a boot if you can separate it from the front of the house. Okay, so up here we have a little bit more detail to add. We've got a couple of windows. Add a vertical row of light blue concrete on the left. Add 2 rows of white glass going right. 1, 2. A row of light blue concrete. 2 more rows of glass. fill the remaining area here in using light blue concrete. And once this has all been completely filled in, like that, perfect, all we have to do is add some further details. But I'll tell you what we are going to do first. We're going to build the rest of the house up a little bit. Now, you know what, actually, I'm contradicting myself a lot, but I would prefer to add details to the back part of the house right now. Okay, so here's the thing. We're going to need a few things. We are going to get rid of the glass for a bit. We're going to need to grab the ladders, iron bars, and some spruce wood planks. So, directly to the right of this second story window here, I want you to place a row of ladders that connects from the ground and it goes all the way up the side of the house. Just like that. I also want you to place a row of stone brick stairs that sits directly underneath the upper set of windows, and the stone brick stairs go all the way to the right like this. Like, just place them as a separation. I want you to place iron bars left and right of the ladders. These will connect to those stairs. Place spruce wood planks coming outwards from those iron bars. Like that. That's all you have to do there. As a matter of fact, if you want, you can just add some iron bars here, since it's supposed to be sort of like a little cage. And you can, like, walk up and through there. That's meant to happen. There's also some sort of, like, weird sort of, I don't even know what you call it. It's like basement entrance or something like that on the back here. That we're not making that exactly. We're leaving 2 rows gap between here. Leave 2 rows alone. And then place 3 oak plank. 1, 2, 3. So it's right in the middle. Extend that towards you. Place a row of light blue concrete directly on top. We're going to dump the ladders and we'll grab some quartz slabs and we'll place quartz slabs on the top. Like, I don't know whether that's actually like an entrance out or maybe even in some of the later games, but that's there. Now, once that has been done, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to focus on this side of the build now, this little alcove. So this part is quite simple. I want you to place right in the corner here a row of 5 light blue concrete coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Connect here to the back of the house. Extend right and connect down like that. I want you to connect at the bottom, light blue concrete like this. I want you to add a row of light blue concrete on the 2 corner insides like that. And underneath the top on both sides as well, like this. We're going to get the glass back out and we're going to fill in the 2 empty spaces using white glass. Just like that. And then on the right side of the build here, we do have a little bit more to add as well. There is a little bit of detail here. But I think that the best way to do this would be to, first of all, we're going to completely fill in this part of the house here with light blue concrete. We'll add the window later. There is a window. And kind of like a lift, really. We'll be adding that just in a second right there. And what I also want you to do is I want you to fill in this little corner that's left at the back of the house. I want you to add a row of light blue concrete that kind of turns this into a solid shape, so to speak. So like from the top, it's like flat, right? Nice and easy. And then all you've got to do from this point is we've got a long row of light blue concrete. Knock off a block from the right and the left every time and simply place dwindling rows of light blue concrete coming up and towards the center. That's all you've got to do. You simply place a pyramid layer of light blue concrete up and towards the center like that. That's all you've got to do. It's as easy as that. However, the thing that I do also have to do, and we have to do, is there is like a lift and a window on this side of the house, which we've got to add in. So this requires a little bit of a cobblestone wall, some red concrete. We even need a little bit of spruce trapdoors, believe it or not, for this part. So I want you to place, coming from this corner here, I want you to move inwards 1, and then place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cobblestone wall coming up from the ground. I want you to place 3 spruce trapdoors going right of the cobblestone wall. 1, 2, 3. And then the same amount of cobblestone wall coming up from the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dig in between the cobblestone walls. Replace them with red concrete. Destroy the light blue concrete. Replace with red. Place 2 white stained glass coming up from the middle red concrete. Destroy all around and place red concrete around the white glass, just like this. That's all you've got to do. Now, once you have indeed done that, the next thing that I'm going to ask you to do is make some roofs. So, first of all, we can extend the stone brick stairs that we have on the back here. We can extend right and slowly extend up towards the top of the build here. We can place a stone brick slab at the top, and we can place stone brick stairs coming down. The front of the house on the left is a little bit tricky because we come all the way down, and I want you to add another stone brick stair here, right? I want you to add another one. And this can come all the way right, and it can just sit just right at the entrance. So the roof is actually a little bit lower on the front than it is the back, and that's all there is to it. There's nothing extra crazy or anything, and you can see how it fits in, right? You can see how the left side is equal to the right side. We make the roof overhang because that is what we do, ladies and gentlemen. We make the roofs look all nice and fancy. And as you might be aware with this roof, there is one special quality to this roof, if you want to call it a quality. There is a part of this roof that is a little bit weird, and we will not be forgetting that. But make sure that the roof overhangs, add upside down stone brick stairs, and don't worry, we will be adding the part of the roof at the top that will allow you access to the house should you decide to make the interior and stuff. I'll lay the groundwork down for you, just in case you do want to do that. And there is, you know what, we actually forgot about one very, very small detail. I wish that I wouldn't have forgotten about it. And I'm even going to add it now because it's that important. Okay. On the front of the house, I don't have the materials for this in my inventory because I completely forgot about it. I do apologize, but I'll tell you what we need. We need some white concrete. We need a switch, a lever. Where are we? Here we go. We need an iron trapdoor. And we need a red carpet. I do apologize, this is the only thing that I've missed on this build. I'm so sorry for this. So, I want you to, in this position roughly, right here, you guys can see this on the side of the house, I want you to place a white concrete, iron trapdoor, red carpet on top, lever placed down like that. And that is kind of like a power box on the side of the house. Small detail, but small details are what make these builds. And I want you to add that. I do apologize for completely forgetting that. That's my fault. That's my fault. I shouldn't have forgot, but we could only move on from here. Okay, so we've got the rest of the roof to make, and to make the roof, we're going to have to piece some of it in using some light blue concrete. So, what do we want to do? Well, we also want to make the roof on the right side of the house. Pretty much the same way that we just did it on the left. We want to have the stone brick stairs placed in such a way that they overhang the side of the build. They want to come all the way up to the top. We want to have them coming all the way down to the front. We want to make sure that those stone bricks also overhang just one row on the front as well, lower than they do on the back. But on the right side of the build, we already have that foundation placed. So, yeah, we don't really have to do too much about it. We just have to connect everything together. There's also a few flat parts of the roof as well, which we'll be looking at in just a moment. So, there we go. We've got this, right? There's a flat part to this roof, which is right here, like where we have this set of windows on the front. Simply place stone brick slabs in front of the top half of this part of the build, have it overhang, extend back and up, and turn this into a flat area like that. Later on, we'll extend that back and we'll connect it together. But yeah, let's connect forward, or let's connect all of the roof here. So you'll be able to see where it goes. There's going to be certain parts which you can only take so far. I'll show you what I mean. So like, here, behind this part of the roof, I'm going to place some light blue concretes to fill in any sort of gaps that you might have. And then you can see the stone brick stairs will in fact extend across, and in many cases will connect to the front entrance roof. You guys know the front entrance roof, right? It's the first one that we actually made. So like that. And that will create an area in the center here, which all you would of course have to do is place some stone brick slabs like this, just above that. We're going to be placing stone brick stairs coming back from the stone brick stairs of the entrance roof, like this. And we just want to focus on making sure that everything connects together like this. That top part will as well, but we then want to connect left to right. When you can't like connect it to the entrance, just connect it left and right. And we're also going to have to extend back some part of the entrance as well, just so that the stairs go together. So like the stairs here will obviously, like, these will come back and these will connect to the ones that are at the same height, which would be these, right? So like that. So this lower half, you're going to want to place some light blue concretes, like here, 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 just like that. And then we would place some stone brick stairs just underneath these, connecting to the entrance, so that we don't have any gaps or holes or anything like that. And then we can extend this back. We've only got a couple of rows of this to do. There's nothing too difficult to do on this side. The right side was where we had the flat roof, so that took most of our attention, and that will connect to the top of the roof. And we also want to have the stone brick slabs right at the top, connecting left to right, just like that. And that is what the house will look like on the front once that is done. You can see that makes a huge difference. It makes it look a lot better. And the roof is done on the right side. It's pretty much done on the left. All we're going to have to do is tune up the roof on the back here. That's all you got to do. And of course we will have to add that little bit of extra stuff as well. So I'm going to connect the roof together, okay, on the back. So I'm using the wrong blocks. I'm going to use some stone brick stairs, and I'm going to focus on connecting it to this little overhang here. And this is, again, you're going to have to add in some extra blocks just so that everything connects nicely. So that'll like go here, and then we'll have a block coming back here. So the sides of this build, this little part of the build here, there you go. Now you can place some stone brick stairs on them, and you won't have any gaps, and it won't connect in any sort of weird ways. You do that on both the left and the right. I think that the left is good though. Yeah, the left is good. All we would have to do now is place some stone brick slabs coming around the top of this, around the ladder. It wants to hang off the side as well. We want to make it as flat as possible. So we're just going to add some stone brick slabs just at the top here. It can even be at the top, just above the ladder like this. And then we'll fade the sides into the roof, so like that, right? And then we can just extend up. No, we can't extend them backwards, so we'll turn that into a stone brick. So it just fades in. And the same on this side as well, just turn that into a stone brick. Nobody will be any the wiser like that. Place more rows of stone brick stairs coming up towards the top of the building like this. I didn't realize how complicated this build was until I started making it, ladies and gentlemen. I thought this was a nice simple one for you. And we want to eventually come all the way up to the top. However, once you have done that, the work is not yet done. There's a few things left to do. So, on the roof, the front left side of the roof specifically, at the top, we want to have a broken part of roof. So if you start from the very middle of the left and you leave a gap of 1, you want to destroy what I would say about, like 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that, right? And we want to slowly have it hang down like this, right? So what I mean by that is I want you to kind of like destroy the middle, like a reverse pyramid, so to speak, like that, right? And you can even elongate it if you like. You can destroy these sides just like that if you want. And it doesn't have to be a perfect hole either. So something like that, right? And we want to be able to walk around the top of it and climb down inside of the house, which means we're going to want to add some stone brick slabs or some stone bricks, or, you know, something equivalent to that, so that you are actually able to walk around the top and climb into the house, because that's the major component that we want to be able to, if you so choose, knock a block in here, and then you can have a set of ladders and you can climb in the house this way, which is a cool thing to have for the house, right? So we want to have like a shape like this, and then, as I say, if you wanted to, like, you'd have a block destroyed here, and then you'd be able to get into the Hello Neighbor house with a ladder, which, where do we have? I know we've got some ladder here, and then, you know, you'd have like a ladder, and that'd take you to the inside if you so wanted to. And the way that we get up to that point, I mean, you can just climb the stairs, but there's supposed to be what I would call like a gangplank, which kind of like off of a pirate ship, where you'd kind of walk the plank between one thing to another. So just use some oak wood slabs to kind of like make a little bit of a pathway up to this. It doesn't have to be perfect. Something like that would be just fine. So in essence, the entire point would be to come up and around here, walk all the way up to the top, climb the ladder onto the side here, and then walk up this area here, and then climb in. If you've ever played the game, I'm sure that you guys know what I'm talking about. And in essence, ladies and gentlemen, this is the house complete, right? I mean, we've not got the interior, but that's very, very difficult because it's a huge interior. But what we can do is we can improve the side, the garden and stuff. We can improve that a little bit. So all we need is a shovel, birch fence, a little bit of bone meal, lime terracotta, some green terracotta. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm just going to place a path, a little bit of a grass path leading out of the entrance like this, yeah? A little bit of grass path, something like that, all broken up. And I hate that there. And I'm going to place a fence around the house. So this fence can be as wide as you like, it can be as big as you like, it depends how much of the garden you want to do. Just make sure that you can still walk around your house. I'm using specifically the birch fence because Hello Neighbor, Mr. Neighbor himself, as he is known, he has a white fence, like that white picket fence that you see in like American movies and stuff. And the best thing that you can do, other than use quartz, which I don't want to use quartz, is use some birch fence, because it's the lightest out of all of the woods, like that, right? So you've kind of got a nice little boundary surrounded. I'm going to dig underneath the fence. I'm going to place green terracotta. I'm going to dig out all of the grass, because I hate how regular Minecraft grass looks, especially in Bedrock Edition. I didn't used to mind it so much in the Xbox, but Bedrock Edition grass upsets me. And I want to also, whilst replacing the grass, I want to leave patches of it. Now, I've done a bad job here, but I want to leave patches of the grass, and I want to bone meal it. And I'm just going to leave patches and patches and patches to go around, you know. I'll kind of like leave little parts dug out and stuff. I'll leave some grass in, and I'll bone meal the rest. And that's basically, ladies and gentlemen, all you've got to do. And this is the part of the tutorial where it's going to take a really long time, but the instructions I think are quite clear. Green terracotta underneath the fence. What am I doing? Lime terracotta everywhere else. Leave some patches of grass and bone meal on. I'll show you what that looks like. I'm even going to fill the windows in. I'm going to use a little bit of black concrete to back the windows so that it's a bit more mysterious. You might want to do the same as well, but I'll show you what that all looks like pulled together right now. So this is what the Hello Neighbor house will look like once you have 100% fully completed it. As you can see, I've added a green border around the fence area. I've added some lime concrete in there, or rather lime terracotta. Always get those two mixed up. And I've left some patches of grass as to be a little bit more messy, and the house will come out looking great. A great addition to your Minecraft world. I do hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. I didn't realize how hard it would be to make. I'm very sorry about that, but if you have enjoyed it, please remember to hit that like button. I'd really appreciate that. It helps me in the channel out very, very much. If you've made it all the way to the end here, please share the video with a friend. Sharing is caring. And not only that, if you want to make more stuff by me, I'd highly recommend checking out the card system in the description below. Let me know as well, by the way, so let me know whether I should make any more of the Hello Neighbor houses. Obviously, this is the simplest house, and I don't know about making the others. You're gonna have to convince me, because this was a hard tutorial to make, honestly. If it's gonna get more complicated, you guys are gonna have to want it. So I'd really appreciate a little bit of feedback down below in the comment section. Leave those likes, and we'll see. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.